All right, the next thing we need to think about when we're going to be looking at the program view template is deploying it. So this is the deploying of the program view template. There are three main pieces that you got to think about when you do this here. So let's it's deploying is something called the parent cycle, then deploying to the departments, and then putting in collaborators. So there's kind of three different pieces there. So let's go for it. Let's tackle each one here. So first things first, let's go for it here. Make sure you are data steward mode. Make sure you are in the right college, and we're going to go to strategic planning. Okay, what we want to do here is we want to create, it's called a parent cycle, but pretty much what you're doing is you're connecting all the data pieces together. You have this sort of template that you have out in space. By doing this, what you're going to do is you connect, in a sense, almost like the infrastructure of Elumen, and you're going to bind it together. Now, once you do this step, you can no longer edit that little template that we made on the previous video. So let's go for it here. First of all, just make sure the organization here stands as the college, or else it's going to be only deployed, or could be only deployed to certain people in the college here. So all right, we add the cycle, and we're going to give a name for the cycle here. This is going to be the WHCC Instructional Program View Template. (2017-18). This is again version 3. Do you have to use the same names? You don't, but I find it a little easier to do that. Okay, the terms that we are employing it for. We're going to employ it, since this is a 2017-18 term, we're going to go fall 17, spring 18. And just in case certain people don't finish it by graduation, we're going to put in the summer as well. All right, what kind of initiative is it? It's a program review initiative, and we have some choices here. These are all the ones I've built before. I'm going to take this one here. This is the last one that we built. Then they have something called the milestones. What these are is different ways you can, it seems like you can create it when data comes in, you know when the data came in, but we'll leave that for next time. It is an optional item, so we're going to leave it at that. All right, once we have that, the semesters that it goes over, there it spans, the owner is the college, it's a program view, we're going to use the templates that we've created before, and we get to save changes. Okay, so technically what you have done, you have bound the data that's inside Elumen to this template. That's it. You've made it you made it functional. Technically, that's what you've done. You've made this functional. Okay, next. Next is what we have to do is we have to deploy it to the departments. All right, so as we do that here, let me just make sure I have my notes the way I want it here. This is called layering, or putting in a layer. So this you do maybe twice a year. You can do it in the fall to see which departments are going through the fall semester, or you're going to do it in the spring, or you can just do it once a year. Just once you develop the new program view template inside the program view committee, then all you do is you then go and deploy it to the departments that are due that year. All right, looking for something real quickly here. 1 second here as data steward. Okay, just need to get my little picture here. Okay, let's go for it here. So in data steward mode, the college that you want, strategic planning, and click on initiative. So we are right here. All right, and what you're going to do, sorry, back up really quick here. All right, make sure you're in data steward mode, and then what you want to do here is you want to now go and become the department that you want to employ this with. Now, as a As a math instructor here at West Hills College, I'm going to do math because then you can see the faculty side of it here. So data steward in the department that you want to be in, strategic planning, initiatives, and then you want to click on here, go to program review. So now you're part of the math department. Okay, you can click over here. It'll spread a few things out. Notice this is version 3. Hey, notice that there's version 3 right here waiting for us to deploy. So all we got to do, click on this little guy right here. All right, navigate, which means we're just going to go to it. That's what it means. Here, it means we're actually going to deploy it to the math department. So you got to click on clone cycle. All right, this is where the name change occurs. You can say math. Maybe we should put uppercase here. So now instead of just being a generic one, now it becomes the math instructional program review template. Again, still version 3 because that's the version we're on. And notice all this stuff is pre-selected for us. The terms are pre-selected for us. So that's why the faculty don't want to do this here. All right, so click on Save Changes. And done. We have made a clone. Where is our clone? There it is, and it should say clone right here at the bottom because it's cloned off of a general template. Now, what I have to do here is I got to do the other departments here. So I think who was up for program review? There's 2 campuses made for program review. First of all, the geography department. So we'll set that up for the geography instructor. Again, make sure I'm in the department, strategic planning, initiatives, program review. Click, 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 and it should be there because we deployed a generic one. We're going to click on it, clone cycle. And this is going to be the geography instructional program review. Boom, boom. For this year, everything is great. We're using the version 3 template. Voila. Cycle is done. And last one. I think it's political science. Political science is due this year as well. Again, in the political science field, under planning, under initiatives. And we go to program view cycle or templates. We click, 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 click. There it is. And we go one more time. Clone cycle, and we have political science, and hopefully I spelled science right. All right, now the faculty, you don't want the faculty doing this, okay, because they're deploying this as to themselves. Maybe if you had a department chair, maybe eventually maybe the program review committee representatives maybe do this. So maybe the data steward creates the generic template, and maybe program review chair, or maybe the program review representatives, maybe they are the ones that know which one needs it. They're in communication with the learning area, and then so they do this here. So however you want to set that up, but it is done. We've deployed it for math. So we can see, did we? Political science, is it on there? Yep, it's on there right over here. Okay, cool. All right, and now we got to do one more thing here. We're going to go here. I'm going to click on this guy. And we're going to get to the math instructional program view template. And we have to do one more thing. So now we have deployed it to the department. And now we just have to, in a sense, make it active. So you're going to go on design mode right here, and you have to bring in the people that are actually going to do this. So manage collaborators. All right, so you don't want to do data steward, you want to do faculty. Hey, look at that. Remember the things that we allowed people to look at? So these are just the available users right here. So you can do the reviewers and collaborators, okay? So we're going to go to faculty, because faculty are going to drive this process, and we have Mr. Sowden. And just click on the name, that's all. Mr. Sowden is able to do this. All right, Mr. Wilson is able to do this. Miss Mann is able to do this, and myself. I am able to do this. So then it tells you these are the faculty roles. Ken actually has 2 roles since he's a program review representative. That's 1 role for him, but he's also faculty here. And I have data steward as well as the faculty member here. Okay, click save and we're good to go. There it is. It is saved. Now, if you are that person, you can actually do all the work here.